Hello, AP Human Geography students, and welcome to another fascinating conversation about real-life situations and the application of geography. This is Ms. Rydberg, and we are going to be talking today about two agricultural case studies. One of them we're going to be looking at South America and the coffee sort of production there and the impact of climate change. And our second article is focusing in on king corn in the United States and the production of corn and its role as an agricultural giant, both for the United States economy, but also for the global economy and the global food security. Without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about both these articles. All right, so first of all, I want to just highlight really quick that in the article on coffee, which is a little bit of a longer article, so you guys can hang in there. I know you can. The first place and the place that features most strongly in this entire article is a place called Nicaragua. All right, Nicaragua is located just south of Honduras and just north of Costa Rica. And that is this sort of this part right here that I'm highlighting for you in Central America. So most of the conversation of this entire article is dealing with, is dealing with this particular location. Some other highlighted places are going to be Guatemala, which is right here just to the south of the Mexican border. And then also you have Honduras, which is between these two. So as you can see, the article is really dealing with while it focuses on Nicaragua, it is in fact dealing with a geographic location specific to sort of this area of the world. Now, in addition to these three countries, we also get a little bit of a conversation about Haiti, and Haiti is right here. It shares an island with the Dominican Republic, and it is just southeast of Cuba, another island. Then, of course, we have Brazil, which is this massive country in South America here, and Brazil, there's just a little bit of a conversation about Brazil. And then one of the points in that kind of a throwaway comment that's made in the article is about a country called Burma, and that is in fact Myanmar. So it might be referred to as both. More commonly, we refer to it as Myanmar, and that of course is in Southeast Asia. So kind of keep that in mind. Southeast Asia. So these are sort of the countries that feature in this article. Keep in mind we're talking about climate change. While it is a little bit of an older article, I believe it comes from 2014 or 2013, it still is relevant today, particularly with relation to the fact that the climate change situation hasn't gotten any better since the article was written. So that's that for the first article you guys are going to read. The second article you guys are going to read is about king corn in the United States, and I am, of course, referring to the actual corn that is grown in the United States. And we're talking about a particular location. The article is super easy to read, so while the other one might have been a little bit on the longer side, this one is actually pretty easy and on the shortish side. But I do want to point out a couple of things that you want to know as far as like where the corn belt is located at. As you can see, you've got this sort of like East Midwest, sort of central United States is where the hearth of the Corn Belt is. So this is where most of your corn gets produced. This is also where a lot of your major production companies are for like breakfast cereals. You also have the wheat belt in here. So you can see that it goes even as far as like Colorado, all the way over here. It goes as far south as Texas, and it comes all the way up here. It goes into Michigan. I mean, it's just everywhere. Okay, so but the Corn Belt, when we're talking about it, the hearth of the Corn Belt is here. So when you hear them talking about all the like millions of bushels that are being produced and whatnot, this is sort of the map that I kind of want you to sort of keep in your mind, so that you sort of are understanding of where we're talking about and particularly where we're not talking about. So this is the Corn Belt. Good place to know. It's a good region, sort of vernacular region to kind of keep in mind. And until next time, hang on a second. I want to remind you guys of the focus of this particular chapter, and that is that agriculture will alter the natural environment, but the natural environment also determines the agriculture. So it's really cool because the two articles that we're reading, the one about agriculture altering the natural environment, this one is definitely very relevant to the conversation about corn. And the idea that the natural environment also determines the agriculture is very relevant to the article on coffee. So both of these concepts are really nicely illustrated in the two different articles. And then the changes in food production and consumption present challenges and opportunities. Food production is definitely here about corn and coffee. Consumption, not so much. It's not really dealt with in either one of these articles. So the focus is pretty much on production in these two articles. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. You are awesome, and I will see you all in another video.